Hi, my name is Andrew Chase, and I have a master's in spiritual psychology, and I do advice videos based around fitness, spirituality, interviewing, and mental health, among other things. Preventative maintenance is another great way to keep from getting sick and getting the coronavirus, or at least, to help recover from it. And a lot of your health plans should have acupuncturists on them. I found an acupuncturist where the co-payment's only $5 to visit. So at that amount, I can't afford not to go. So I go weekly, and the acupuncturist isn't about just sticking needles in. They're also herbalists. They're trained to help you with your diet as well, in lieu of taking any pharmaceuticals. And I tried that, when I got divorced, and even when I was not feeling happy while I was married. I tried antidepressants and some pharmaceuticals like that. Yeah, I would get this boost and I'd feel good, but it'd be fake feeling good. It is important for people. That's what I'm saying. Take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt, because everybody is different. Some people may just need that right away because they're so depressed and so low energy that they need to have that just to stabilize them so they can think clearly, and then they can slowly wean themselves off of it and then start building up more homeopathic ways of balancing their minds. But this one is a neuroamino, and this is more of a stabilizer. It's across the board. There's nothing, it's not very powerful. It's just more of trying to even you out. So when you wake up in the morning, you're feeling like you do want to get out of bed. And this I just added to it. It's called serotonin. It's supposed to give you serotonin. This just gives you like an extra bump, an extra boost. And I can tell you, I've only been taking this one, serotonin, for I think 4 days now. And it's definitely, I can feel my moods enhanced. You just have to be careful, and this is something that you want your herbalist or your holistic doctor to tell you how many that you should take, because keep in mind, they're going to go off of what you tell them as well. No one knows our bodies better than we do. And everyone has the ability to be an intuitive, where you can tell what's best for you, whether it's what you're going to eat, what you're going to take for mental health, or how to deal with something in a situation. If you step into your gut, your intuition, you'll know if you shouldn't say something you're thinking about saying, because that's your brain. Your gut will tell you, yeah, don't do that, or do this, or this is right, or this is wrong. And you don't really need anyone else's help. So for myself, I'm just seeing myself more as a guide. I'm gonna put some light on some things, and then you can take it from there. Following exactly what I do may not work for you. If you haven't ever been held accountable for things, you want to go into everything I'm talking about very easily, because otherwise you're going to fall out of it, and then you're going to hate yourself more. And that's not my intent. My intent is not to make people feel worse about themselves. It's just to show them that very easily your lives can be better. I'm not going into depth about intermittent fasting or the keto diet. I'm just saying these are some things that have been very, very helpful for people, and it's been very helpful for myself. It took a lot of experimentation, what felt right for my body. And that's why I'm saying that I went to almost entirely plant-based. Most people that are on the keto diet eat huge amounts of meat and chicken. And I love steak, don't get me wrong. That's only gonna be an every once in a while thing where I'll have an organic steak. And here's something else, is you have to remember, anything you put into your body becomes part of you. You're thinking, okay, well, once I finish eating it and then go to the bathroom, it's all flushed out. Not from the spiritual sense. This, of course, is my belief system. If you eat a cow that lived an awful life, a short, awful life, all of that feeling of pain and hurt and depression that cow has, well, when you eat that meat, that energy is going into you. But those are just some things to think about. And if you think my spiritual belief system is bullshit, that's fine. These other things still definitely work. The diet and the exercise and the sleep. Also, MCT oil is supposed to help for brain function. And this is just something that you work your way up to a tablespoon a day, and you can put that in your smoothie or put that in whatever. It's supposed to help stave off like Alzheimer's and dementia. A lot of these things that I'm talking about, you're going to find more stuff saying they don't work than that they do. And you have to look who's behind that, because anything that's a multi-billion-dollar industry that has powerful lobbyists, they can bump out more natural ways of doing things out of the way because they have the power and the money. It's also important to enjoy what you eat, as I was talking about earlier. And so they say keto diet regardless. stay away from processed food. For me, having a sweet snack, just get my sweet in there. I use monk fruit sugar that has no calories or almost 0 calories, and it's like 30 times as strong as sugar. And this is something else you can do. With keto, you just get creative. I've made my own desserts and things like that. If you don't have the time, then these over at Trader Joe's, $4.99 for a bag of these things. I think there's like 8 in the bag. It's half the price of things that are similar to it at Whole Foods. But these are called keto fudge bites. They're processed. But this is like it's not really a cheat, but on perfect clean living, it would be a cheat. This is one of the things I cheat with. Also, I love me some Quest bars, which are also processed, but these taste phenomenal. You just got to be careful. It tastes like a candy bar, and then you're feeling like, okay, you can have 3 of these. They're 21 grams of protein, and so you're already eating a lot of protein that are included with the fats that you're eating, and these can you can get sick and make you just feel horrible from it. Just think of this as your once-a-day treat, and you'll be fine. So in conclusion, and this is for anyone that's feeling depressed or someone who's come out of a relationship, they don't know who they are anymore, and you're really having negative thoughts, get out there, get some vitamin D. And also, you want to be taking 1 capsule of vitamin D3 a day, especially if you're in places that are overcast, like if you live in Washington State or if you're in Sweden, especially this time of year, this beginning of winter as I'm filming this. I mean, that's why you have such high suicide rates in places like Alaska and Washington State and places like that. It's because when it's overcast, you're not getting that vitamin D from the sun, which is all important. Get out there, get your exercise, find the closest grass or dirt to you, and take off your shoes and just ground yourself in it. Fill the earth. With the concrete, you can't. It blocks you off. If you have a beach close by, drive down there and just walk down to the water and just stick your feet in the sand. Let some of that water run over your feet. Speaking of which, cold showers are very important for upping your energy. Start it off at lukewarm and slowly turn off all the hot water. Your body will become adjusted. You just have to get into it slowly. If you jump into it right away, that's a pretty hard shock on your body. And if you have any sort of weak heart, it could actually be very dangerous. Make sure you check with somebody, a professional or somebody in the know, before you do any of these things, from keto to ice baths or freezing cold showers or intermittent fasting. Just think of this as like an idea farm, and then whatever sounds interesting or connects with you, go and you talk to somebody that's an expert in that, or you become an expert yourself by doing the research. Great thing is, things that didn't exist when I was younger, with YouTube and micro-learning, you can become an expert about anything. There's somebody who's on YouTube right now that's teaching it. That's an expert. Being social is important, and being social doesn't mean you have to go out places. Being social, I'm talking about getting on Zoom video, talking to your friends. If you don't have friends, join a group on the internet that has like-minded interests, and also you want to find joy, something that you love doing that just brings you joy, and join a group, a meetup group, anything. There's so many out there. All you have to do is Google whatever it is that brings you joy, and you'll find like-minded people. And that's one of the most important things, is finding people that think like you in a supportive way. You don't want, especially if you came out of a relationship, you don't want to surround yourself with people that are trying to keep you in a martyr position, keep you blaming your former spouse for everything that's happened to you. As the saying goes, blowing out someone else's candle doesn't make yours burn brighter. You just want to focus on yourself and the things that make you happy, being around people that make you happy, that make you feel fulfilled. And can't say enough about staying away from drugs and alcohol, because they do mess with your brain chemistry. And alcohol is actually a downer. It's a depressant for the central nervous system. Everything in moderation, but if you're in a really depressed place, stay away from things that are going to change your chemistry in that way. Look for more natural highs, and you can get that from nature. So get your sleep, get your exercise, get on a clean diet, and a lot of other things are going to take care of itself. Because when you're feeling better about yourself and you can think clearly, you're going to start attracting more positive energies towards you. Feel free to comment down below with any questions you have, or if you think anything that I'm saying is BS. And if you just want somebody to yell at, if it'll make you feel better, feel free to comment below and yell at me, and I'll hold that space for you. Virtually yours, Andy.